with how many people are on the lake in June, July time, I bet everyone would have sort of £120 plus. It'd be almost guaranteed with, you know, there's 3 people on the far bank and 4 people on this bank. I just think, I'll be honest, that the space has not helped. And it's awkward because I think there was 14 people booked on, so too many for just one lake. And I think that's the problem, to be honest. They don't want to feed, they just swim away from you. And the problem that we've got here is they've got so much room to be able to swim away from you. But I really, really thought it was going to be a lot better than it was, and I think definitely just slipped up. But that's what makes fishing so fun. Sometimes you think you're not going to, you know, like the last live match we filmed, see there, that's what I mean, in and around that area. Seen an odd little, and that's what you need when it's, but the problem is when they're topping, I know it gets better to me right, that's where they live there, but I can't get anywhere near it. See there, look, again, and that's what you want when it's narrow in front of you. They just end up, you know, balled up, and you can drop in on bread and catch a couple. But where that's, oh, thought he was just going to pop up then. So yeah, just like keeping an eye out for where they move. If you can't feel them with your plummet, if there's an odd in there, they'll definitely give themselves away. So yeah, moving back onto my match after I'd seen Carl catch a couple, I've plumbed up the edge. I know it's sort of about 3 foot down there, and tapped some maggots in. I caught a stocky, and then I had a medium pot's worth of maggots, like rattling them in, and I never had a sign. Got up to have a little quick wee before we started this, and then just gone in and caught a stocky. But say if it's, you know, the winter time, it's probably a good thing, to be honest, that we haven't just gone in and caught a load like we did last time. I mean, that completely caught me off guard. I thought it'd fish well, but I didn't think we'd catch what we did from where we drew. Our only hope, really, because I've been in that area a few times, is to catch in that left-hand edge. And I think this just sums fishing up at times, like the last one. I was adamant we weren't going to do any good. I just had that feeling it weren't going to happen. Whereas today, couldn't have been further, you know, from that. I really thought, you know, we was going to have a lovely day and get loads of bites, but it's just, like I say, it's just caught me off guard. And again, like, this is what's, I think with your F1 fishing, I'd say I'm quite in tune with it, you know, having fished the teams of 4, but I'd say I'm in tune with what's going on Housetop Extension and New, because those are the lakes that we're on. So we don't get a little sign there. Starting to get an odd sign now. We don't often get a chance to come on these lakes. I think I've just got a bit of, I thought I had a bit of stuff on my hook then. So instead of laying it out, I'm just going to lower it down. Oh, you little ratbag. See that? Just as I lower my rig down. I'm just going to need to sort this out. It's a bit droopified. Not really. It's a bit loose coming out of my top kit. So just take a little bit off. I think when your elastic's so soft, when you're pulling it out of your puller kit to tighten it up, just wasn't setting up. That never set the hook properly though. So just tighten it up and start again. Right. Well, at least we're getting a few bites now. That's the main thing. But it's what I said before. In the winter time, this is what you've got to bear in mind. Is like, more often than not, the longer the match, you know, as the time's ticking away, the better it'll get, or the more chance you've got, the better it can be. But this is the thing, you just got to keep plugging. See, if it was stayed like this now with the sun out, no wind on the water, if it was like this at the start, I bet I'd have caught a few dobbin. But I just found with dobbin, you need it flat, you need it calm, because you want to be flicking your rigging where it's suspended off the bottom. You just find when the rig's on the water, when the wind's on the water, your float just drifts about and it's just not as good. But see there, I'm getting signs all of the time now. So we've got sort of an hour and 50 minutes to go. And I think that's exactly what it just should be, hopefully getting better and better and better now. But maybe it was a bit of a mistake. You know, if I knew it was going to be as hard as it has been, I probably would have spent a bit more time dobbing early, because again, it's the average size. There's an odd carp that you can hook. Again, a few signs now. So missed a bite, so just dropped my rig down. The one nice thing is where I've plumbed this up, I've just plumbed it up to the depth of what it was across. So if I carry on missing an odd bite, what I'll do is I'll just have a go on me dink and see if that, you know, a bit more crude, a bit more anchored. I'll see if I don't miss as many bites with that rig. I think a lot of the time, when you are just tapping a few maggots in, you definitely get more bites using a lighter float, sort of flicking it in. The only downside is you do miss an odd bite, but I'm happy to miss an odd bite. Compared to what it was like earlier, it was really, really difficult. And there's an odd fish being caught. Say the lad on peg 4's caught really well to start with, some good fish as well. And then he's just slowed up a little bit. You can see Dave getting an odd bite as well, odd better fish. And that's the thing, there's loads of these in this lake, these little stockers.